Messaging begins. A frustrating series of inaudible voices inside my head. The water analogy again. It's like I'm trying to understand a group of people speaking to me underwater. The garbled chorus quickly narrows to one voice, still indecipherable, and I sense him struggling to adapt to our surroundings in order to communicate with me. This is new for him as well, I realize. He's never attempted this sort of thing. And before I know what I'm doing, I find myself mentally encouraging him to message me something I can actually understand. I've rationalized this strange dream as a learning experience, meaning I need more details if I expect to interpret it upon awakening. There's not much time left. Finally, his long strings of meaningless and gurgled sounds tighten and transform into an understandable but fragmentary chain of words and phrases. What I hear sends terror snaking through me. Face. Suffering. Violent. Aruna. Impenetrable. Timing. Oval City. Help me, Alix. Perennial is all around you. The encounter ends with the slightest invisible touch, barely perceptible. A simple brush of what feels like a warm fingertip against the right side of my face. I should be furious with such an advance, but what actually enrages me is the fact that I'm receptive to it, closing my eyes and, deep down, not wanting it to end. Another brilliant explosion of white light, this time followed by a deafening blast of what sounds like one of those firework test booms you hear before the real show begins. Stay away from me! I'm shouting the 4 words as I finally awaken, sitting bolt upright in bed, body in pajamas damp with sweat, chest rising and falling rapidly as I try to catch my breath. It's quiet and semi-dark in here. Why is my right hand balled into a tight fist? I glance at the clock on the bedside table. The blue digits are blurry smudges. My glasses. I unclench my fist and reach for the same thick, black, chunky frames I've had since freshman year. It's 2:30 a.m. Good. Still more than 3 hours of sleep before my first day as a senior. I take a deep breath and stare across the room, lowering my gaze to an area where the wood floor meets the wall opposite me. Something isn't right there. Small, glistening objects reflect the dull and annoying yellow light slicing in from the streetlight across from our front yard. I roll out of bed, stumble toward the door, and flick on the bedroom light, shielding my eyes from the sudden brightness. The remains of my water glass lie in several jagged pieces along the base of the far wall. The knife-like shards look like abstract ice cubes resting in the spilled puddle of water. The booming sound just before I awoke. That must have been the glass shattering against the wall after I threw it. I've had my share of nightmares, but I've never done anything like this before. Good riddance, dream guy, I say, shaking my head and raking a hand through my short, spiky hair as I cross the room to retrieve the broken glass. Good riddance forever. But the fear returns as I remember his final 2 sentences. Help me, Alix. Perennial is all around you. I don't even notice the glass shard cut my fingertip. The sharp pain of the slice makes me wince. I instinctively draw the wounded index finger toward my glasses for a better view. The cut is harmless, just a dash of crimson spreading slowly from what amounts to nothing more than a scrape. But for some reason, the blood makes me remember his touch. I place my finger between my lips and press the tip of my tongue over the cut. The blood tastes tinny. I close my eyes and admit to myself that all the good riddances in the world won't hide the fact that there's a part of me, an unknown part I fear, that longs to have contact with Dream Guy again. Chapter 1. Tuesday, September 4. My father is a police officer